Alright, let's keep going with the storyline. We got Liberty or Death given to us by Raubahn in Cold Hearth. Okay, cool. Let's go. Mercy, Lyse, I brought you both here for a reason. Cutscene? Yeah, cutscene. Speak so I don't have to?
I wanted to show you this house.
Yeah, baby.
My house.
I didn't notice I didn't have my headshot on this whole time. Interesting. That's good. At this point, I don't want it on for the...
You mean, this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it?
It's, I would guess, about 15 feet by 12 feet in total. Maybe 20 by 15. Made of brick. It's tall-ish, like maybe 2 stories.
Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords.
The land does look very dry. There are some crops trying to grow. There's green. It's not like pitiful green, but not great either. Not vibrant. Not flourishing.
Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But, after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Uh-oh. Vision. Screen goes white as our headache intensifies. Intensifies. Intensifies, yeah. We're seeing some man giving a speech to...
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death.
This man's name is Curtis. He's speaking to a group of about 8 male... I think they're all male villagers, including Raubahn. He starts to write on the walls of Raubahn's house. Writing that we actually saw previously. In like the cutscene before this, I think.
Liberty or death.
Oh, that's what it says, okay. It's like...
Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
Oh, hey! That's the dude who used to be our friend. That was a turncoat. The white-haired... His hair was in a ponytail when we last saw him, but it's kind of spiky on top this time. He and Raubahn are talking as the men are dispersing. The lion?
Send you home to men, did they?
That was the code name he came up with for himself, I think. The lion? The lion?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
It won't be long. Yeah.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
This is Raubahn, by the way, speaking back to this Curtis man.
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
We're back to the present, headache over, vision over. Now we know what was written on the wall.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lyse, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask.
If you don't know why I couldn't read it on the wall, it's because it looks like... So letters are different in this game than they are in English. It looks like lidenly on... And then D backwards E. I can't see the rest because Lisa's head is in the way.
Liberty or death?
Kind of backwards A.
Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
A supposed T that looks the same as the R. It's kind of backwards. It could be backwards R, yeah, so... Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too?
They got a little lazy with their, like, fake language. Written language.
I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death.
Here and now, I promise to fight till we've won or until I die.
But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Alright. Speak with Raubahn. Right next to us, I did not have to mount. Even a blind man could see that Lyse wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Lyse was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Was Curtis her dad? Did I miss that? Am I just stupid? I'm probably stupid, but I don't know if they explicitly said that Commander Curtis or whatever that dude's title or rank was. I guess it was her dad. Huh. Right then. I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. Oh, let's speak with Lyse. Didn't need to mount again. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Jazz Wolf, over to Radiata. Excellent. Uh-oh. We didn't make it. Why didn't we make it, Lyse? What's going on? Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Okay. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. We're heading to the red circle of fighting. Hey, an ether current. Literally in the perfect position to grab it up. Love that. It's like they planned it or something. I mean, I could have gone the other direction. I could have gone around to the west. So you didn't think that one through, did you, Square Enix? Or maybe you didn't care. But I did take what would be considered the most circuitous, the fastest route, the most direct route. There's just a suspicious youth hiding in some bushes, not very well, and 2 other people with him. 7 hells, she's seen us, sought it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Why are you bad? Why you wanna fight me? Why you wanna fight me? 'Cause you're just gonna be dying. I actually used my my AoE off global cooldown ability for once. Proud of myself. I did recently kind of like have a come to Jesus moment about some abilities I have not been using that I have to use. White Mage included, actually. I did a dungeon, or I recorded it because I did the story dungeon. Cast from Raubahn, I believe it was. Some cool fights there, by the way. I talked about it in the video, but I enjoyed those fights. But yeah, Red Mage. It's called Contra Sixt, C-O-N-T-R-E, Contra Sixt, S-I-X-T-E. Lyse is taking care of a couple soldiers herself, or a couple people, whatever. But it's like Fletch, which I also don't use as well as I should. But Fletch is a 460 potency attack, 25-second cooldown, off global cooldown. So you can use it, you can weave it in between your global cooldown abilities. Contra Sixt, on the other hand, is at 380 potency attack that also does damage to the same damage to targets near your target. It's a 6-yard radius too, so it's not bad. 45-second cooldown. So if you're using this on a boss, just weaving it in, cool, fine. If you can hit multiple targets at the same time with it, even better. But it's probably best not to let it go to waste unless you can wait, unless you have to wait maybe, I don't know the math on this, but maybe 6 seconds, maybe 3 global cooldown button presses. When you know you'll be able to use it on a group instead of just a single target, or even 2. Even 2 is way better than 1. So if you can wait 3 seconds to use it on 2, it's just not exponentially better, but multiplicatively better, linearly better. Anyway, talk to Lyse. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're Alamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them, barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Lyse and Alphinaud could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. Let's go. We need to save the twins. The magical twins. Twins, the magical fruit. This doesn't make sense, so I'm going to stop. Hey, Nago. You seem okay. Everything seems okay here. What's this all about? You two look ready to fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Lyse was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castrum Abania? God's damn fools. Alphinaud walks up with that Roganan woman, Stark woed. Lyse, Mercy, we overheard you talking, says Stark. The ones that attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers. I thought so. It's always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work here to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls. The best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools! After everything they've seen us accomplish, they thought they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for the trouble, or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way, says Alphino. Only then will they know what it means to live free, says Lyse. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together, and a better home than they've ever known. Everyone nods to her. Paladin feat 285 or Dragoon feat 285. Okay, Paladin feat 279, Dragoon feat 273. Alright, so crit and skill speed's pretty good for Dragoon. Crit determination's pretty shitty for Paladin, in my opinion. So, if the shoes have tenacity, I will grab them for Paladin. They do, so let's do that. Again, tank gear in general will always win out for me. Let's put them on my pally. We go from 279 to same. I think the last piece of gear I got went to Red Mage. I think it was I guess it was feet as well. No, wait. What? Oh. It was pants, wasn't it? Yeah. So my raid wage is my highest still somehow, 281. Paladin is second highest, 279, 278 White Mage, 277 Dragoon. That's the end of this video. I will see you next time. Toodles.